Great day, fam. This is Paula Ware. This is Pause for Praise with Paula. Thank you for joining me today. I'm trying to figure out where the camera wants me to look, so my eyes might shift on you. But listen, I'm here to talk to you today about distractions. Listen, we all have them at one time or another, and I guess we could say it's a part of life. However, my message today to you is to get back to work, okay? I'm coming from Exodus 5 and 4, and there are many versions. We already know that. And if you look at the different versions, if you do a parallel study in the different versions of the Bible, get this. I want to start with the King James. The King James says, "And the king of Egypt said unto them, Wherefore do ye, Moses and Aaron, let the people from their works? Get you unto your burdens." That's the King James Version. Now listen to this. New International Version says, "But the king of Egypt said, Moses and Aaron, why are you taking the people away from their labor? Get back to your work." Okay, many versions, New Living Translation says, "Get back to work." English Standard Version says, "Get back to your burdens, get back to your labor." Okay, so listen, your work. What is your work this year and moving forward? This is kingdom business. It's not just about where you clock in and check in day to day and you got a boss here in the earth realm. I'm talking to you today about your kingdom purpose, your kingdom business. What did God tell you to do for him? Not for Citgo, not for Valero, not for Burger King, not from Ross, not from Goodwill. I'm naming my favorite places, right? My common places. I won't say they're necessarily my favorite places, but places that I shop and I go and I explore. Anyway, your job where you get a paycheck. I'm speaking to you today about kingdom business. We have to know, especially now, God is urging us, hey, I gave you an assignment to do. You have work to do for God. You have an assignment specific for you while here in the earth realm. Are you following the plan that God has for your life? Are you doing what God told you to do a month ago, a year ago, 10 years ago, 12 years ago? For me, I have a 12-year-old assignment that I have not tapped into, but I'm on it. I'm on it because I believe that this is an urgent season, not for us to do what we want to do, but to do what the Lord tells us to do. Now, I'm not saying run around here with like a chicken with no head. No, I'm saying make it priority. It's time for us to prioritize what we have to do for God. Something has gotten you off task. Someone has gotten you off task. Listen, for example, I played in the mirror trying to get my hair to do what I wanted it to do, and the Holy Spirit said, leave it alone. Let people see. We don't have to be perfect to do what God said do. God told me to do Pause for Praise with Paula, right? Listen, don't battle over semantics. Don't battle over, well, God don't speak to people. Yes, he does. What Bible you reading? Don't get caught up with the distraction of you doing too much for the Lord. Somebody's telling you that you're doing too much for the Lord. You always praying. You always praising. You always worshiping. You always at church. We need balance. Yes, we do. And we also need to make sure to attain that balance, we do what God says first. He is first. We seek his kingdom first. We do his work first. And if we do all his work first, then everything else is going to fall into place. Ask God for balance and ask God to help you protect your peace. Your peace probably is not protected. Your peace is probably interrupted and you have distractions because you slipped off the path that God told you to go. You slipped away from the assignment of what God told you to do. You got off track. It's okay. It's time to get back on track. It's time for us to stop letting Moses and the pharaohs and the children and the spouses and the jobs and the, I don't know, whatever you're doing that you shouldn't be doing to keep you off path for God. That's what the message is today. Watch the distraction. Get back to work. Get back to work. And you'd be surprised to see when you get back to God's work, your work is going to line up. The things that you do for yourself and your family is also going to line up because you're taking time to do what God said. First, distractions. Not in this season. Not in this season. Just know that's the work of the enemy to keep you distracted, to keep you off focus. I can't think. Listen, I was telling a friend the other day, you got to remind me what you said, because if I see a squirrel, I'm going to look at the squirrel. And for me, a squirrel could be walking into a room and I have something in my hand and I don't remember what it's for, but I see something I need to do in that room. Or on my way to go help somebody, and on my way there, I'm hungry. Let me go stop and get something that I know I shouldn't be eating. Or how about you just press snooze over and over and over in the morning when the Lord told you to get up an hour early and pray so the rest of your day would just flow. But because sleep is your distraction, lack of sleep is your distraction, hunger is your distraction, sugar is your distraction, happy hour is your distraction. Oh, Lord, help us. Sin is your distraction. I don't know. You know. I know what mine is. Oh, yes, I do. You don't have to tell the world, but guess what? We got to line up. We got to do what God said do. Look around. Read the news. It's chaos and foolishness everywhere, all the time. Always has been, right? Certain things get us riled up, and so we become more attentive and more focused on those things. Are you focused on the news? Are you focused on fake media? It's a lot. It's a lot. There's a lot of it. It's on all day long, 24 hours. Speaking of, do y'all remember when the television used to shut off around midnight? Those colorful lines would show up on your TV and it would hum on some channels and you couldn't watch Nathan. There was nothing to watch. So what did you do? You had to come on back down to the real world, get some rest, lay down, pray, something. The television, the idiot box, if you don't watch it, you will get caught up and sucked up into some belief systems that are lies. Don't believe everything your eyes see. Don't believe everything this battlefield tells you. Try the spirit. And you know in your heart of hearts, it's not about your skin color. It's not about where you go to church. It's not about who you like and who you don't like. It's really not even about who you voted for. I said that. It's not. Kingdom business, because the government rests on the shoulder of Jesus. Kingdom business is not for you to rant and rave about everything. Stop it. That's a distraction. Confusion. Distraction. Do what God said to. Until next time, peace.